Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I know I said I'd make this video yesterday, but unfortunately got home a little bit later than I thought, and obviously I had other things to do, wanted to do some other things, yeah, so I'm just gonna be uploading this video today, right before the Euros knockouts kick off. These are my knockout round predictions. We're going to go the whole way through to round of 16 and quarters and semis on the final. And see who I think is going to win the Euros. Start off with the first one, which would be Belgium versus Portugal. With this one, I think Belgium has enough to get through Portugal. I really do. I think Portugal's a good team, but it all depends on if their defense can step up, because Semedo really will get rinsed by the likes of Lukaku and De Bruyne. They will get rinsed by the likes of Lukaku and De Bruyne. If Diaz can step up and do better than he did in the groups, then yeah, they can beat Belgium. But that all depends on if that's going to happen, because so far their offense has been awful, and I think Belgium will beat them. Now Italy versus Austria. This one, to be honest, I think Italy. They're too much quality for Austria. I mean, I've always had my doubts about Austria through this tournament. They don't play good football. They haven't been that great throughout the tournament, so I think it's pretty simple who's going to win. Italy is going through. France, Switzerland, I think, again, pretty simple here. Switzerland have played pretty good. They could give France a good run, but in the end, France versus Switzerland, there's only one winner. Croatia versus Spain, I think that Spain, whilst they didn't play that convincingly in the groups, I think they have enough to get past Croatia. A lot of people don't seem to think so. But Croatia also played poorly in the groups and before the tournament started. I don't think Croatia is good enough to get past Spain. Sweden versus Ukraine. I think that Sweden, topping the group, playing some convincing football, should be enough to get them past Ukraine, who have been decent, but really 3 points isn't. They performed well, but 3 points isn't mind-blowing. It was only against Macedonia as well. Germany against England. I think that England, if they could get past Germany, makes it all the way to the final. But I think Germany wins this. I think, to be honest, I just don't think England has enough. I think both teams have played poor football in the groups, but I do think Germany would top that group that England's in. So I think they'll go through. And Netherlands, Czech Republic. I think this is going to be the upset of the round here. I think that, yes, the Netherlands performed well in the groups, but look who they played. Austria, North Macedonia, and Ukraine. None of those teams are on the level, even of the Czech Republic. I think that all three of those teams are not that great, and hence why I think Czech Republic will win against the Netherlands here and cause an upset. It's going to be tight, but I think they will. And finally, Wales versus Denmark. I think this is going to be close. Denmark driven, obviously, by that horrible incident of Eriksson thrashed the Russians, and they played good football against Belgium as well. And Wales also played good football, hence why I think this is going to be close, but I think Denmark will squeak past Wales. Now, Belgium-Italy, the first quarterfinal matchup. I think both teams can count themselves to the two favorites. In my eyes, these two are the favorites. But I think Italy will come out on top against Belgium. I think whoever wins this will win the entire tournament. That's a shout, but I do think it's going to happen. Now France versus Spain. I think France has too much for Spain. I said they beat Croatia. I mean, it's not that hard for them. But then coming against France, different story here. Yeah, they're gone. Sweden against Germany. I honestly think that Germany is too good for the Swedes. Sweden, you did well up to this point, but I think that's where your time ends. And finally, Czech Republic versus Denmark. Denmark are going to come out on top in that one. Both teams strong underdogs, but I think Denmark comes out on top there. Moving on to Italy versus France. I think Italy will come out on top. Genuinely, I think Italy has enough to get past the French. France didn't look convincing in the group stages. Obviously, you can't base anything off the group stages, because it's a completely different story in the knockouts. Portugal won the Euros with 3 points in the group. Three draws, coming third place. And look at that. They didn't win a single game in normal time, and they still won the Euros. So, can't base anything off that. Germany versus Denmark. I think Germany will come out on top. Unfortunately, that will be the end of the roads. End of the road for the Danes, but great run for them if they can make the semis. And then Italy versus Germany. That's where I think Germany falls. And Italy win the Euros in 2020 after failing to qualify for the 2018 World Cup. They will defeat the Germans in the final of the Euros. And boom, that is how it's going to run. Italy topping Germany in the final. Hope you guys did enjoy. Yeah, that was my knockout round predictions. Peace.